class, I want to alert people to the fact that the San Diego Comic-Con is going on right now. Now, you may notice it's not physically going on right now, but there is a programming schedule that's available online that I'm putting on screen right now on Twitch. That by the way, if you haven't gotten to Twitch yet, gone to my Twitch yet, you can find the profile. You can find the link for it in my profile on Discord. If I'm not in streamer mode, yeah, I'm not in streamer mode. It should be visible now, and also I've linked it in chat. So, anyway, so what we're going to be doing this. So I just want to go over this real quick. This Comic-Con is got a programming schedule where they're like I'm when the hours of when. Here's Saturday's schedule, for example. They're doing it completely free. This is all freaking free. You don't have to pay for or sign up for anything. But all the panels that would normally be going on during Comic-Con, like just about all of them, honestly, are being made available for free online, like through YouTube. Like you click these links here every time they come up. Like these are all available right now. It's 2:30 right now, so all the 2 p.m. panels should be available right now. And also, I'm thinking of maybe later after this. You can replay these at your leisure too. Like these are going to be pretty much on YouTube forever. It looks like. But yeah, this one right here looks pretty interesting. This guy right here is going to be doing an animated figure drawing thing, and he wants people to become prepared to draw. So it's going to be like a drawing hour, basically. I don't know what this is going to entail, but that's going to be at 5 p.m. Like this class is going to go on to about like 4:30, maybe more, maybe less, depending on what things are going on. But we might, I might suggest checking that out and maybe participating in it, and I might restream it in the workshop room or somewhere else here, where we can follow along to this guy and get some drawing in for an hour. That might be kind of fun. So what we're going to be covering today is this thing called. In Storyboard class, there's this thing called Comics Jams. Now, Comics Jams are a exercise and also a art game, basically, usually for storyboard artists or comic artists. It's artists in general, really. Comics Jams are they can vary in what their rules are, but it generally involves like people collaborating on the same comic together, where they draw different panels for the comic. Sometimes they pick a topic and then everyone draws a page that might not be interconnected with each other. There's lots of different variant rules on what Comics Jams actually are, and I'll show up some one key example. Jamily Guy, which is one that was done by some comic book artists and storyboard artists years back, and it was actually it was done for free. It was available for free online, and it eventually became a thing you could buy from the tables of the artists that participated in it at cons. But anyway, Jamily Guy is just like artists, like every couple panels or so it changes to a different artist. So here, I'll link this in chat, but it's completely non sequitur and nonsensical and deliberately offensive at turns. Yeah. This is my favorite page right here. I cannot believe this shit. This isn't what it looks like, it, baby. I swear. I swear. Yeah. There's Bart hiding in the cupboard. But yeah, this thing is like completely nonsensical. And I like this. I like this panel at the end here, or this segment at the end here. This art. This reminds me of the time. No. Yeah, but the same group also did another comic called Speed Hog, which is a Sonic the Hedgehog themed comics jam. But like your panels don't even necessarily need to be this nicely drawn. And some of these, like these people are used to doing like ink sketches live and sketchbooks and stuff at cons and so on. Some of them are doing it in their own personal style and so on. For us, what I kind of want us to try doing, there's a few different variants on. Here, one second. Let's see. So another variant of this kind of thing is where you pick a topic and then people just draw comics and illustrations to the topic or whatever. Like this, in this case, this is Eldritch Horror Garfield. This wasn't made specifically for a jam, but this like kind of thing can happen at a jam where you do a page yourself with the topic. Sometimes several panels yourself with the topic. In this case, it's Eldritch Horror Garfield. And it's not. This one isn't necessarily for comics. This one is for just drawings on the subject. Some of them are comics. I actually really like the story in this one. John, wake up! It's me, Liz. John, you're right. You were screaming and crying, and you seemed like you were in so much pain. It was a bad dream. That's good to hear. I thought you were being eaten alive. Speaking of eating, I'm starving. I made lasagna, Garfield's favorite. Liz, where's Odie? John, what are you talking about? Odie got ran over by a car years ago. You're scaring me, John. Sob. Congrats, John. You finally broke the loop. Now the real fun begins. Like there's some kind of like mind control thing going, or reality bending Eldritch Horror thing going on with John being stuck in some kind of alternate dimension, looping dimension or something. But yeah, a lot of these, one of the most popular themes, obviously, for a lot of these is like when storyboard artists just want to have, or comic artists, or animators, illustrators, whatever, just want to have fun with these stupid things. Is you might notice a recurring theme of like subversively kind of corrupting existing characters. I mean, even in this one, Jesus Christ. Even in this one, you can see, yeah, they're doing other realities. So for this jam, I'm basically like, this week's homework is literally I want you to create your own comics jams with other people, and find other people that you know, or persuade other folks that you know to do jams for you. You can set your own rules for how you do them, but do something where you're collaborating together and making something to some kind of theme. So we actually have a topic list of themes that I was fielding from other people and also coming up with myself. I got a Google Doc for it. I'll reprint this in chat. I'm thinking we'll actually use this and maybe field some more suggestions from Discord and Twitch for for themes you pick. And this is going to be really experimental how we're going to do this. I'm thinking we'll probably like each start with everyone starts with a different theme from this list, and maybe makes up additional ones if we run out of topics, or can do the same. Oh, I don't know. Can do the same topic multiple times, maybe. I don't know. But everyone starts a panel, and then you pass it to then you pass the page to somebody else in the chat room, in the Discord, and then they add to the next panel. They end to the next panel and the next panel until we get like a page of like 4 to 6 panels or so of each of these each of the comic topics. So I might like do a dice roll to kind of determine who gets what topic. If people want to do that, and or they can pick a topic to start with if they really want. If there's one from here they really want to do. But the rules I'm going to set for this, if we do it like that, is you would do something like, here, let me see this real quick. I'll probably use a lower resolution page than this for doing this, but it'd be something like you start a page like here, topic goes here, and then you add a few panels up. Maybe like you vary it up like this or something. But it should be like a 8.5 by 11-ish size, I would say, in terms of like proportionate size or whatever. But yeah, I think like roulette, unless there is a topic you really want to do, might be a good way to do this. So let me just like reprint the list. Maybe I can actually copy paste the list in chat. I wish there was an easy way to vote on these topics, because there's just so many of them. I know there's some tools for doing polls, I think, in, let's see here, there's tools for polls in Streamlabs, but I'm not logged in on Twitch and Streamlabs. So brace yourselves, there's going to be a massive list of copy-paste spam right here that I'm going to put into Classroom Chat in Discord. I don't know if they're doing this. I don't know if there'll be like a character limit thing in but here. Okay, so giant list. So some of the topics. I'll bring this over here maybe. Some of the topics, Sonic the Hedgehog gets a hernia, Gundam pilot has bowel problems mid-flight, Calvin and Hobbes get killed, Gordon Freeman and Dr. Coomer fall in love, Junji Ito goes to Disney World, Shredder and Splinter are as an old married couple, let's see here. Andrew Loomis, serial killer who carves off the sides of people's heads. That's for the people who have been having to draw Loomis heads constantly for the last few weeks. Space dads get terrorized by the space skeletons. There's a few Discord-oriented ones, like the giant vibrating head of Yami terrorizes Ethan Becker. Sans, Undertale, and Patrick Starfish discovering they share the same soul cross-universe. Kid Goku gets sick and barfs ki blasts. Christopher Nolan gets stuck in a My Little Pony Inception world. Gautier follows around and monologues a random person's life in song lyrics. Lex Luthor punches lots of kid versions of adult superheroes. That one's based on an actual comics cover that we saw during the Scott Shaw Oddball Comics. I'm going to actually link this right here because I think people should watch this later. It was part of the Comic-Con stuff. Oddball Comics. But I'll show it off. Here we go. So this is it right here. But Oddball Comics is hosted by Scott Shaw, and he shows like lots of really bizarre comics he's collected over the years in this. And let me see if I can find the one that I was talking about. There's a cover of a Superman DC comic where it's Lex Luthor punching a child version of Superman and being really a little bit too happy about abusing a child. When it came up on stream, like when I was like restreaming it for people in chat, like all of us couldn't stop laughing for like a whole minute or so. I wound up laughing myself to tears when it came up. Let's see if we can find. Here it is. Yeah, just take a moment to kind of process this and what's happening here with these kind of beloved franchises. Yeah, and just how jazzed Lex Luthor is to be to be beating kids. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this whole thing is great. There's the Inferior 5 and Awkward Man is becoming... they've actually done more with these characters more recently in DC Comics, but yeah, Awkward Man. But mind you, Oddball Comics doesn't necessarily mean bad comics, it means strange comics. Some of these are bad, so this is kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000 of comics. It's like some of these are terrible, like Fruit Man, the superhero that has the power to turn into fruit, I guess. But yeah, like definitely check this out. I'll link this video in chat here. Yeah, that was where that idea came from for that particular topic. So yeah, that's how I want to kind of do it. Maybe like everyone should pick a topic. Write the topic at the top of the page. Make it sure it's like roughly an 8.5, 11 size, 8.5 by 11 size page. If you're doing this traditionally, if you don't have anything else to draw on, just photograph it with your smartphone and upload it. I think that like you should I don't know how we're gonna match people up with who draws next, just yet. We'll kind of maybe figure that out. I'm thinking we should like get people to DM each other, so they can find people to do it with, and you should be in the Discord for maybe organizing this or something. So probably how I'm going to do it is I'm going to give people about 15 minutes to draw each panel. The image format should maybe be PNG, I would say. PNG would probably work best for this. Try to keep the resolution pretty reasonable, so it's not like some crazy thing. Something around 1080p or slightly higher, I would say, at most. Something blowing his mic, that's annoying. I think that's the fan that's in the background here. Let me do something about this. So a little better? Alright. So, now it's just rattling. I think I might just need to turn it off, actually. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started on this. We're going to start maybe doling out the topics. I have them in chat. If anyone has any additional topics, I'm going to check text chat. Okay. Alright, I'm fielding suggested Comics Jam topics for the next, I want to say a couple minutes or so, a few minutes. If you have an idea, just type it in chat right now. Also, for the kind of drawing we're going to do, try to keep it work safe. That means like if you do have nudity in there, like you can draw like a little stick man which does not have any genitals on him or something. If you have nudity, you can cover up stuff with black boxes. Try to keep it from being pornographic. You can have like some gore and stuff. It's mainly nudity that would be an issue. Nudity and pornographic stuff that would be an issue. Like horror and gore would be fine. You can have cussing, no hate speech words, and also try to avoid political stuff. I mean, we're going to have some things like references to COVID is fine. Making fun of Karens is fine. But that's kind of the limit, I would say. But yeah, that kind of stuff. Let's see here. I need some kind of white noise in the background. I think I'm going to turn on the fan. Hopefully it's not too distracting though. That thing was rattling. Alright. Fighting game characters where blocking doesn't block being practical. Rainbow Dash, I don't know if that's a good topic. I'm not even sure what that means. Rainbow Dash grows toes and immediately stubs them. I think that's a good one, actually, pencil shavings. I'll add that one to the Google Doc. I'm going to reprint all this. Whoops. I'm going to reprint all this when we get to it. Wow. Gray text there. Let's see. Yeah, that is a cursed topic. A lot of these are cursed, and they should be. The Bible 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, I think we could do that one. That one's silly enough. The Bible 2. Yeah. I mean, these can... Yeah. Does somebody want to do the Andrew Loomis Juice versus Sauce? Juice versus Sauce? Yeah, that's simple enough to do to invent something with. Juice versus Sauce. Let's see here. Bible 2. Everything we're doing is just different chapters of Bible 2. Snoopy has gut-wrenching constipation. I've already done a constipation one, but I think I'll add that because we don't have any Charlie Brown stuff yet. So I think there is a constipation. No, there's Sonic the Hedgehog gets a hernia, but I think Snoopy has gut-wrenching constipation. Would be an okay topic. I mean, it's not like we can't do the topics more than once. Whoops. Also, mind you, the like as long as it's somewhat with the theme. Movie Sonic meets equally horrible allies, Tails, Rose, etc. That's a good one. Just like it's an excuse to draw like really, really gross, grody, uncanny valley, crusty Sonic. Mr. Krabs is an alcoholic. And oh no, it's too generic. Maybe leave that one. I'm kind of just like using my own judgment here, so sorry if I'm going to be a little dictator about this. Let's see here. I call Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is just about having to pick. Yeah, that's funny. But just in the Miyazaki prompt and the Wendy's prompt. What's the Wendy's prompt? Was there a Wendy's prompt? I didn't. There was not a Wendy's prompt on the list. Did somebody write one? Reprint the Wendy's prompt if someone came up with a Wendy's prompt. Wendy sneaks into McDonald's and breaks their ice cream machine. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a good one. Sorry if I don't get to all of these. We'll try to go with the ones that are on the list, but if you really want to do one that isn't on this list, feel free to pick it. If you want to participate in the randomizer, that would be much preferred. But let's see here. I have to change the freaking color on these. So these all go to black color. None. Okay. This is just completely non sequitur. Well, anyway, alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really should have numbered these earlier, but let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have more than enough topics to do this with. I think we might wind up having some duplicates, but that's okay. Kevin Hopkins. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm going to probably set some other rules about these, like you have... Remember that homework we did last week? Or some loose rules, honestly. Remember that homework we had last week of the shot composition stuff? I'm going to use that and another thing. Like, you don't have to follow this stuff, but I'll show you what I'm talking about in a sec. But I have something that may give you an opportunity to exercise some compositional stuff while doing this. So those who've been following. Okay, so those who've been following my classes till now, there's 3 things. I'll do A, B, and C. So A, use the look for opportunities to use the rules of perspective on the panels. Use compositions like from the shot types you studied in last week's homework. Close up, medium, wide, shot, etc. And C, use Wally Wood's panels that work page for potential ideas for panels. So Wally Wood is a comic artist from going all the way back to like the EC horror, Amazing Stories, Tales from the Crypt, era, up through Mad Magazine and like modern superhero, like Silver Age superhero comics and stuff. Wally Wood, comic panels that always work, is a lovely little guide. He's got a sequel to this too, by the way, that describes even more panels that always work. But this, well, this is more like for Western comics, I would say, because there's a lot of stuff like this that Asian comics and other comics of other worlds that are really pioneered, and more stuff that has been done recently, obviously, than this. But this is like this is something to kind of play with. Some of these are actually like the comics version of some of the shots we were looking at last week for last week's homework, like close up, extreme close up, and so on. They're all, of course, composed differently because comics panels can be different shapes than like a screen on a TV or film or whatever, or computer. But yeah, he has the characters saying what types of panels these are, like all black, and then character bits of light coming out from there. One big object can be a hand, gun, lamp, phone, etc. Full big open panel, downshot, cast shadows. You can even look for examples of ideas from that Jamily guy thing we were just looking at too, like here. Let me bring it up real quick to go show some examples. Like, try to maybe vary the panels. Like, if somebody did a certain type of panel, maybe vary the next one. Not always, though. Like, some of them can kind of be like the next action within the same scene, kind of like that right there. I think those are both drawn by the same person, too. But then you have, they're like, here's an example right here of like a grungy, crusty, detailed close-up panel, and then like a really, really simple panel like that. So there's splash panels that have a lot going on in them, like this one, for example. I might set. So we're gonna maybe try round one of this. I think I kind of like the idea of you can do 1 to 2 panels. Like, you can kind of define what your real estate would be on the page, I would say. Maybe we can use a page from this as a example of the kind of like this would be a page right here. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 2 3. This is like, it's hard for me to tell how much of this. I think this was like this is a page, and then this is a page. Those 4 horizontal panels like that. So we can do at least 1 page with this topic, and then we could keep the topic going beyond that. So I'm going to say you can decide to draw 1 to 2 panels per page. On the topic, and decide how they're shaped, as long as you leave enough space for the next guy. You can keep them small or keep them large, however you think would fit on the page. You just have to like add to the next one. So let's keep it around to like even on this page, those are technically panels, I guess, but that's actually 1 long panel right there. But yeah, try to use your own judgment and try not to hog too much of the page. Try to vary up what you're doing. Like, you can draw a big panel on this one, small panel on the next one, and so on. Like, maybe try to play into something that seems kind of neat. Like, if somebody started the page like this, then you can just like keep going. The next 3 people who participate. Ideally, I want to get around. Maybe I want like 3 to 4 people participating per page. Like, this is 1 person, this is 1 person, this is 1 person, this is 1 person, 1 person, 1 person, 1 person, 1 person. So let's try that. Let's try for that, maybe. Just try to leave enough space for other people to draw to the page, and try not to hog. If you do hog, pick a good point to hog in, and then try not to hog on the next one that you do. So we vary up. We vary up who does what. So without further ado, let me check the list and see how many we have. We have 41 total. I'm gonna maybe eliminate one of these. That's too generic or something, or too boring. Which one of these do you think should be taken off the list? Because well, no, it doesn't matter. I can do a randomized. I can do a randomized 1 through 40, 1 through 41 thing. Random number between 1 and 41. All right. So I'm going to start rolling the dice and then assigning topics to people to start with. So let's see. I'm going to roll the dice for me first. Let's see what I get stuck with to start with. And mind you, you're starting your panel. You're going to be the starter page person. Anyway, so get your pages ready. Get ready to write a topic and write and. And here's the idea. Here's the idea right now. Okay, so when you start a page, you get to direct what panels are going on there. Like if you want to do this, if you want to do that, you get to vary it up. But the next person who comes can either use the panel or they can modify or they can change it. So just try dividing up the page's panels however you want. And the person can either use them or they can modify them. Like they can go with like a borderless panel, like here, or they could change, or they could decide to do a completely different panel layout from what you suggested. But at least start a page like that. So. Now I've got a random number generator. This one doesn't count. I just wanted to see if it would work. So I'm going to assign my topic right now. So 1 to 41. I'm going to copy paste this list into classroom chat so everyone has it to reference. If your partner and you already picked, that's okay. All right. So. See here. Wow, topic is over 2,000 characters, so I might have to chop this in half. So do 1 through 20. Through 20. One through 20 is that. 21 through 41 is that. But you should be able to find the Wally Woods panels that work page to refer to with a Google image search. But just in case you can't, I'm actually going to copy paste that in chat too. All right. Oh, that's weird. We got 67 people in Twitch, and 67 viewers in Twitch, and not nearly as many in the Discord. Here, I'm going to invite people to the Discord because it's going to be tricky. Generate link, whatever. Copy. There we go. Copy that, and that is going into Twitch chat. Let's say Twitch chat invite link. For this Discord, make sure you check the rules and you verify yourself before you can type in chat. But yeah, we have 67 viewers on Twitch right now. I'm doing this for newcomers who aren't familiar with the Discord. We're an art Discord that teaches free art classes, among other things, and gets other people to draw together and learn together. And my fan is rattling and it's moving across the floor. There we go. I wanted to do the Andrew listen. Well, you can if you really, really want to. But okay, all right. So, all right. Next person in my Twitch chat. No, excuse me. Next person in my Discord chat. Who types the letter? No. How am I going to decide this? All right. So, call out if you want a topic in classroom chat. Type the letter B if you want a topic. Pigeon typed H. Oh, there he goes. Alright. Alright, tell you what. You see this random number generator? There's tons of people and it's going to take forever to get through all of you. So, you see this random number generator right here? Just type random number generator between 1 and 41, and then use the list that I got above here. Pick your topic, or if you come up with a topic you really want to use, or you want to manually pick a topic from here, or you want to re-roll. You don't like the roll you got, then you can do that. But I would recommend randomizing it because that'll keep us from doing the same topic too many times. Alright, you can stop typing B now. It's fine. Oh, and before we begin, I'm just going to give a quick plug for myself for my coffee thing, and also plug my Twitch Prime. Let's see here. So I'm going to put my coffee link in Twitch chat and Discord chat, which is a donation page for donating to support the stream, to support the classes we do here in Ethan Becker's Discord. Every little bit helps for helping support the classes. I'm currently trying to save up for an Adobe Creative Cloud prepaid subscription from a subscriptions reseller that I'm buying a key from for a year subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, so I can use Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, and Adobe Animate and Flash again, and teach classes with those too. And so yeah, every little bit helps. If you have a Twitch Prime sub that you haven't spent yet, you can use that and support me by supporting me on Twitch with your Twitch Prime, or buying a sub, or sending bits and whatnot. But anyway, we'll get started on this. I'm going to randomize my topic now, and I'm following the same rules as the rest of you. If I don't really like what I got, then I might either re-roll or pick another one. But I'm going to hit generate right now, and we'll see what I get. So hitting generate now. 26. 26 is bald cartoon characters, Elmer Fudd, etc., terrorizing a barber by trying to get a haircut. Okay, I'll do that. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I should probably make a new file for this, shouldn't I? Let me just save this. New Comics Jams 1A. Okay. I can probably just screenshot mine or something at the right resolution. Anyway. Alright, so I'll copy paste the text for mine actually. Wow. Let's see here. Font. Alright, so I'll just resize the text here so it'll fit on the page. Header. Now I'm going to draw my first panel. First I'm going to maybe throw together a quick page layout. So it doesn't have to be perfectly 8.5 by 11, but the idea is that if we wanted to print these later, we'd want it to be in the ballpark of 8.5 by 11 format so we can print them for like a jam or something. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to give enough space for a total of 4 people to participate on this, I think. And of course you can change the panels if you want, however you want. But this is what I'm started with. Let's see here. So I don't know who I'm gonna hand it off to just yet. I haven't really decided. So you feel free to pair off in groups and try to pass it to another person, but I'm gonna give people about 15 minutes to do their panels, roughly. So let's say, okay Google, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Alright, so I'm gonna do maybe like an establishing panel of some kind, like there's a barber shop. No, I know, I got an idea. Mind you, these don't have to be well drawn. You can do whatever. You can make them as shitty as you want. You can flex on people and show off your drawing skills or your drawing style or something, if you like. You can make them stupid as hell. You can lean into like drawing them remarkably well, and that could be really funny. You can make them scary, stupid, serious suddenly, like it goes into some crazy serious film noir kind of thing. Give yourself about 15 minutes to do these, I would say, before picking someone else to pass it to. For mine, I'm going to try to keep mine moving, so I can like grab someone else's thing that's already gotten worked through. We'll be posting these later in my storyboarding class section. I'll show you how to do that towards the end of the class. But you can, actually I should show you right now. Here, take a peek at this real quick. So in Ethan Becker's Discord, there's a section down here that you can only get access to for each of our classes, and each of the people who are teaching classes in here. Like, it's under the opt-in channels section, and instructions are here, where you type in the bot command to join different classes. Mine is the my faction is the Spaceball Furies, which is this right here. You enter that command in, and then you'll get access to all my really bloated channels, because I was one of the first people that had specialized channels for stuff. But anyway, post your comics jams in the storyboard class section when these are done. When the pages are done, we might compile a zine or something out of the jams that everyone made later. Don't know if it'll be printed or not, but it'll be something to see. So what I'm doing for mine, I'm kind of doing a stuffed title thing there, back there. And then behind that, I'm going to have like silhouettes of recognizable bald characters. Here's some other bald characters. There's Elmer Fudd and Homer Simpson I mentioned. Porky Pig. Yeah, we're going to stick to 4 people per page. 3 to 4 people, I would say, per page. Aim for 4. I'm doing this in black and white, but I make some colors to differentiate some things. And feel free to use color. There's not any set rules on what you can do with the panels. Just try to get something done within 15 minutes. And if you found partners that you want to do these with, you can spend more time than 15 minutes on them and stuff. Let's do 2. Stick to Elmer Fudd and Elmer Fudd. What does Elmer Fudd look like? But Elmer Fudd silhouette. That might help me a bit. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
8 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Oh, got a lot of time. Alright, so I can try to play with this panel some more to make it more read visually better some more. All cartoon characters. Charlie Brown, maybe. Let's do him. I think I probably want to maybe make the silhouettes of the characters a little bit more visible, so I'll probably lighten them like that. That's a little better, I'd say. And then Charlie Brown back there can be a little lighter. Yeah. And then I can draw some detail over them, like darker line, like somewhere like this. Oh, why is that? Oh, shoot. Where's the barbershop thing? This has to be on top. There it is. Alright. Cool. Gotta make Charlie Brown's little t-shirt recognizable, at the very least. put some like there's a crowd behind here, kind of. Alright, so I got an idea what I'm going to do for the barber. And the panel composition now. I'm using one of Wally Wood's and kind of playing with it, not strictly following what he suggested, but using it to kind of riff with a bit. So first off, I need big areas of black here. Oops. Probably not going to do color on this one. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to solve that fan issue, because I need to have a fan in here. It just gets so roasting hot in this room, but this particular fan I have kind of rattles. It makes a lot of noise. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Actually, maybe if I turn on the air conditioner, that might help. So let's see here. Alright, I just gotta close the window. Actually, let's try this. Okay, Google, play white fan noise.
Alright, fan white noise, climate controlled by white noise. Playing on Spotify.
That works, I guess. Okay, Google, raise volume by 20%. There's also the air conditioner outside in the background. Alright, so anyway, I mean, that should kind of work, I guess. It's like this. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
You've got 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining.
Lovely. Like making idiotic versions of existing characters in stuff like this is often how a lot of storyboard artists get their start. Like these games that we're going to be doing, that we're messing around here, is like productive play, kind of. It's a way to loosen up and just have fun with the mechanics of storyboarding, kind of. So let's see here. What can I do in like the last minute and a half or so? Maybe try this. This might be fun. Some kind of more lighting to this poor guy. So when the 15 minutes are up, I'll be passing this to somebody else. I'll pick someone, actually, since I'm the host. But then I'll pick someone, I guess, maybe at random, and partner with them. So if you have a comic ready for me to go and you want me to pick from you to pair up, then get it ready for me and post it in the Discord chat. I'll either pick one at random or one that I really, really want to do, you know? Also, if people like what we're doing here, like with this kind of jam thing, we might make this kind of a regular thing separate from my regular classes. People are having a blast doing this or something. I'm going to color the comb red. I got one more detail. I got 2 more details to add here. Every night they keep coming. Okay, Google, stop. Night. They keep Maybe I'll make the text a different color. Make the text yellow for the barber. Real quick, and that'll be like the last thing I do on this. I just realized it's going to be hard to keep track of who did what on these if we compile them into a zine. So, oh well, we'll just keep rolling with it. All right, so this is what I got for my starter page for people. I'm going to work on. I'm going to screenshot it in a sec. Give me a moment. Actually, I'll export it. Let's see, save duplicate, PNG. Barber, panel 1. Okay. Let's see if that worked here. Let's see here. Got the Clip Studio one. Okay, it's the same file. Good. All right, so I'm gonna open this and crop it properly, maybe. No, it's good. Yeah, it's good how it is, even though I kind of didn't crop it right. We can just whoever has it next can crop it the rest of the way if they want, as long as they use the panels are in the same rough ratio. So I'll upload that to Classroom Chat and start uploading when you're ready. Upload the images for the next step in these when you are ready, and I'll grab. So I'm going to choose someone at random in chat. Let's see here. Number between. So I'm going to maybe randomize a number. Random number. 100. Alright, so I'm going to generate a random number real quick, and whoever I see gets the closest. Oh, make sure you write what the topic is at the top of the page when you submit these, because I don't know what the next person won't know what the topic is when you submit them. Okay, so I want to hand off this page to someone. So if you want to take the next step on my page in Classroom Chat. Pick a number between 1 and 100, and okay, Google, set time for 30 seconds. Within the next 30 seconds.
And we're starting now.
All right, so whoever gets the closest to the number 1 and 100 with the next between 1 and 100 in the next that I picked in the next 30 seconds, we'll get to take my comic. Here we go. Alright. The closest person is 90s Kid. So 90s Kid, you get to take my comic now. Alright, okay, Google, stop. Okay, 90s Kid is the winner, right here. the winner. You get to draw the next panel of my comic. You can do whatever you want. You can use these panels or whatever. You can use these 2 panels right here that are on screen. Try to keep enough space for like at least 4 people to participate. Yeah, you can continue the story however you want. Change the art style, do whatever you want with it. So I'm going to grab somebody else and maybe use the same method. So, alright, so I'm going to generate another random number between 1 and 100. Alright, so I'm going to pick another number between 1 and 100 in the next 30 seconds. Type the number in chat. The closest person who gets it, DM me your comic, and I will start working on it. So that's how we'll do it. So, alright, so starting right now. Okay, Google, set timer 30 seconds.
30 seconds, and that's starting now.
There's a couple people who got premature, but that's okay. Okay, Google, stop. Alright, the person who got the closest was Marion Mello. So DM me your comic, and I will work on the next panel. What the hell? Okay, Google, stop. That's weird, it's playing voices. Alright, Marion Mello sent me their comic. I'll take a look at it. Let's check a look. Looks like they've done 2 panels to start. It's the Death Note one. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to maybe put this into... What's it? I think it's overlay. It's either screen or overlay. I can never remember which, but... Oh, no, it's screen. No. It's overlay. I'm sorry. What? No. Multiply. Yeah, multiply. That's it. I can never remember which one it is. Alright, so now I have to add more to this. Death Note, but the Death Note makes people have very nice days instead of killing them. Hey, wow. I found. $1,000. Poorly drawn businessman here. Just want to do something quick to get the idea out. Let's see, how much space do we have? Maybe I can add another thing. Oh, I didn't set the timer. Okay, timer. Set, okay, Google, set timer for 10 minutes. It's been about 5 minutes, I'd say.
10 minutes, starting now.
Something like that. Really eager to see what other people's Comics Jam panels turn out as. This is a good start. Just a really intense light. I'm like, hey, I found her yen, 1,000 yen. 1,000 yen, that would be like $10. So I think, I don't know the currency exchange, but just something. It's just like, you have a nice day. It's not like an extraordinary day. It's a very nice day. Fill this out just to make it more visually interesting, I guess. Maybe some starburst. kind of lines going around here. It's like, yay, found it. Because he's the center of attention here. It's not the best hand pose. It's kind of really... These are inherently going to be pretty scuffed, and it's a happy day for him, so maybe I shouldn't do sinister lighting on him. I don't know what color yen is, but I'm gonna like, oops. So let's do money. That's the symbol for yen, right? Thank you for all the monies. This guy's having a good day. But I like the idea of like Kira just or Light or whatever, Kigami or whatever, being like just really, really like still intensely fixated, as if like maybe he's oblivious or he's just like an idiot, I don't know, about what's actually happening. Let's see where it goes. But I wanted to do at least one panel that's playing with like just really how intense he is. Or Kira. I feel like we need some music back here. Let's see. Royalty-free music for streaming. 1 hour Twitch stream music. Okay. Cool. All right. That'll work. Something for this. What the lyrics? Let's not do that one. Yeah, oh god, no. I need something chiller than that. Let's see here. Royalty-free synth soundtrack. Shoot. Hour. Let's see if I can get one for an hour. Royalty-free synth wave. There we go. This might work. I just want to get something in the background here. Yeah, it's pretty good first for this edition. For me, Kira. The only thing I don't really like is maybe like the posture of the hand could have been better. It's kind of like grip balling a fist. That just shows that I need more practice drawing hands. So maybe add a little more color, like. Oh, what? For continuity's sake, let's do this. Yeah. Feel free to make little minor additions like that. Like I made his eyes yellow, as long as it doesn't really wreck the other people's panels too much. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
You've got 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
2 minutes. Alrighty. Maybe I can sharpen up some of the lines or something. Maybe I could redraw the guy's hand. Let's try that. His arm's not really good posture for me to kind of play with this, so. That's a little better, let's say. His arm's in a weird pose, though, for this. Just got a watch there, maybe. Businessman, so. Let's do that. Maybe. Give him a vest. He's got a red tie. Kind of like that. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
3 seconds to go.
Cool. Alright, okay, Google, stop. Alrighty, so now time for me to pick another panel, or another page. So, let me export ideas. Good. Death Note. Alright, so I'm going to upload this in chat, and the next person who will do it will, next person who does the next addition to this, I will choose someone at random between number 1 and 100. Okay, Google set timer for 30 seconds, starting now. Well, that's 1 to 41, I'm sorry. But we'll still use that, I think. What? No, that's not fair. I'm going to generate again. But same timer thing. Okay, Google, set timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Starting now.
Alright, type your numbers in chat for the next person to take my Death Note thing. Preferably try to do the story in sequence, but I guess you could skip ahead to the end if you want. like Sad Girl kind of added the last panel. I mean, that's fine. Preferably try to do it in sequence, but it's okay if you pick one of the later panels to do. All right. So the number, okay, Google, stop. So 35 and 90. The random number was I picked was 64. I can't be arsed to do the calculation on that. Which one is closer? Which number is closer? Oh, 35 is closer? Okay. Alright. Kale Bright, you get to do my next panel. Go ahead. Alright, Kale Bright. We're bad at math. Okay, so... Alright, so I'm going to pick someone else to DM the next stage of their comic to me. Pick a number between 1 and 100 starting now. And be ready to DM the comic to me. Okay, Google, set timer for 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. Starting now.
Okay, Albright, I already dropped the next comic in chat. I posted it a little bit ago. I'll DM it to you if you need it. Here. There you go. Okay, Google, stop. It looks like we're probably going to have enough time just to finish the last 2 panels of this before the class is over too. But I hope you guys are enjoying doing this. This is pretty fun. I'd like to do more of these, like maybe make a regular event out of these kind of jam things outside of just regular class stuff. And we could do different types of art jams. I'm actually thinking of playing Jackbox games later today with people here. Because some of the Jackbox art theme games that involve drawing are really fun, like TKO and so on. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so... Okay, I'm going to generate a new number right now. 1 second. Alright, so... Generate a new number starting now, and be ready to DM me your next comic for me to continue on. Okay, Google, set timer for 3 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. And that's starting now.
Alright, type a number in chat, and then be ready to DM. DM to me. Actually, you know what? Here. Sad E-Girl. This is what you picked. Guess what it was. So you get it right away. Without any further ado. Okay, Google, stop timer.
Okay, it's canceled.
No, that's plenty good. That's plenty good. If we're gonna do like a zine of this, you can always touch up the panels slightly later, a bit for clarity. Just do your best. It's okay. So yeah. All right. So Sad E-Girl, DM me your comic right now. Yeah. See, they picked 50, and the random number that generated was 50. Let's see what 90s kid got. A very crusty looking version of the characters. There were supposed to be more characters behind them, but that's okay. I kind of like the idea of just this trio harassing him. Unfortunately, the resolution on this comic is really low, so if there's any way you can up that, I mean, I can always repost the thing. But make sure you get a good resolution of that when you send it to the next person. Alright, so I got Sad E-Girls. This is a Space Dad terrorized by the space skeletons. So I'll make my addition to this then. Or actually here. Let's maybe beef that up in size a little bit so I can get more detail in there. It didn't warp. Alright, okay Google, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Okay Google, raise volume by 20%. Okay Google, how much time left on timer?
14 minutes and 55 seconds to go.
Giddy. Alright, so this song kind of reminds me of Dance of the Dead music. It's playing right now. Sort of that synth horror vibe. Good for doing the space skeletons, I would say. Oh no. Like my running joke, like I actually came up with this years ago. Like the only thing that Space Dad fears is the space skeletons. So I've had my space Sona for several years now, but I haven't really done too much with it. And so I have like a mythos already for him, kind of. He's kind of a Doctor Who-like character where he's like kind of a multi-dimensional amalgamation. So that shares consciousness with several different entities, so he comes in different forms a lot. But the main ones are the ones you usually see in my avatars. Like Astropug basically is him, but in a different form, kind of. A sidekick, but also him from another dimension. Which kind of plays on the fact that Astropug is used as my utility alt accounts and stuff. So you notice I'm kind of using one of the Wally Wood compositions. This one, I have a skull in the foreground. And maybe combine it with a couple other ideas. Oh no. Snacksa. Should be a piece of pizza maybe. Cheese. Maybe I should do like the red orange visor thing for me. Or red. Like that. If you saw me being terrorized by the space skeletons, would you rescue me? Yes or no? Be honest. Or would you leave me to my fate? Maybe I kind of deserve it. Let's see what answers I got to that question. If they have trumpets, maybe not. Yeah. I take off my skin and join in the bullying. Says pencil shaving in Discord. Lovely. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer? I want to see maybe if
There's 8 minutes and 22 seconds left.
Oh, perfect. So like a skeleton version of this. It feels like a missed opportunity to do that in this, doesn't it? Oh. Well, I got a whole 8 minutes on this, don't I? That's cool. We can do like one more round of these. I think this is going to line up perfectly with finishing this up, and then we can either check out the Comic-Con thing that's doing like an drawing thing, or we can the drawing and anatomy thing with Comic-Con, or we can whoops, I just have a mustache almost there. Let's get rid of that because that looks like that looks too much like a mustache. Let's try something like I don't know if you've ever seen Creepshow, but there's a lot of moments in that like kind of homage, like the DC under the EC Tales from the Crypt, a horror comic big reveal stuff with like high contrast color panels. Let's see, Creepshow. There we go. Like this kind of stuff. Which is supposed to look like the EC Tales from the Crypt pages. Let's see. Crypt page. Killer. Tales from the Crypt is hella fun. Strongly recommend checking it out and all the other awesome EC horror earlies. There's a big Tales from the Crypt thing going on this year for Comic-Con, so there's going to be stuff in EC horror. And Ray Bradbury, who also was a contributor to a lot of EC comic stuff back in the 1950s, before the Comics Code Authority wrecked comics as a creative medium for like several generations. Like the reason why anime rocks and like Western comics have just only recently been catching up is because It's because of like the horrible censorship that went on in the 1950s. So let's see what else I can fit into this before the timer runs out. So maybe do that. Also, I strongly recommend checking out the early Tales Calculated to Drive You Mad, which was the EC Comics precursor to Mad Magazine. And it's some of the funniest comics ever written. It's like completely unrestrained, energetic comedy. It's like the on-a-page version of like Tex Avery, but like way more subversive. Like the stuff they do, and there's like stuff like Archie and Jughead like with like slouching around with like heroin needles strewn around, like all these other like teen problems that parents were complaining about around the time that they made this spoof. The joke being that Archie doesn't really act very much like a real Archie doesn't look or act very much like a real teenager. Maybe so show some examples out there. The Tales Calculated to Drive You Mad Archie parody is one of my favorites, for sure. I actually really like this. This composition turned out pretty fun. So maybe add some yellow in here. Kind of finish it. Some yellow mid lighting on me. That's supposed to be my shoulder there, and I'm supposed to be like turning around, so maybe I should indicate that a little more. Like, come on. Oh, also, I want to give a quick plug, because there's a game that we're probably going to be playing a lot over this weekend right now that's running on Steam right now called Blightbound. That is a free game from Devolver Digital that I was really interested in after I found out about it. And it's a 1 to 3 co-op player game. It's kind of like Dragon's Crown, if you've ever seen that game. It's like a side-scroller, beat-em-up, Dungeons and Dragons style game. But I played it last night with a couple of the mods on our server, and it was really fun. But yeah, they're doing a free beta test weekend right now for it. Let me bring up the page for it real quick. So I'll probably be playing that later. I don't know if I'll stream it because I'm haven't really built an audience for game streaming just yet. Oh, but here, first off, this is something that we're definitely going to be playing that's also from Devolver Digital, Fall Guys, which is a 60-person Mario Party. Whoops. Turn that down. It's like a 60-person Battle Royale Mario Party type game. That would be hella fun to play together with everyone in our Discord. So keep an eye on that. That one is being released August 4th. $20 pre-purchase. You can get like a Gordon Freeman skin for it. So that seems really fun. But Devolver is also got a beta test right now of, let's see here. Where is it? God damn it. Recent games. Blightbound beta. Here it is. Store page. Well, what the fucking... Okay, well, Blightbound... So weird. Alright, so, yeah, so this is the game that I was talking about. It's free for this weekend in a beta test, basically. 1 to 3 player online co-op, and it was really fun. So I'm gonna definitely play that later. I might play it with some of the people here or whatever. Yeah. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
You've got 27 seconds left.
Alrighty. I think I'm satisfied with this panel. Let's maybe just add this here. Whoops. Okay, Google, stop. Alrighty. Alright, so same rules as last time. We're going to generate another random number, and we'll pass off this page to some lucky participant in the Discord. So space skeletons. Yeah, as for passing off the page to other people, like just find other partners you can pass it off to in the Discord or whatever. As far as it goes for passing it from and to me, I'm going to be kind of using this little system that I'm doing. I think that works pretty well. Then you have the freedom to find people you want to jam with. All right, so get your pages ready and for me, and also get ready. We're going to choose the lucky person who gets to fill in that second panel there on this page. So, all right. Let me get the random number generator going again. There you go. All right, I'm generating a number now. All right. So type your number in chat if you want to take the comics page I just posted. A number 1 to 100. Pick a random number. Okay, Google set timer 30 seconds. Pick a random number 1 to 100. Type it in the classroom chat. We're starting now. Type it again, hoot hoot, before the 30 seconds are up. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
It looks like you don't have any timers set at the moment.
Really? Well, okay, well, then I'll just pick one. I thought I set a timer for 30 seconds. Okay, well, guess what, Hoot Hoot? This was the number that was randomly generated, 52. So Hoot Hoot is the winner there. They picked 55. See? Of these lovely other participants here. They got the closest. Just by coincidence. So, Hoot Hoot, you can take over my comic, and now I'm going to need people to pick another random number, between 1 and 100, and starting for DMing the next page that I'm going to add another panel to. Get your comics ready, get your random number ready, and we're going to be starting after I start the Google timer. Okay, Google, set timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
Yeah, and Hoot, just in case you didn't get it, I'm gonna DM it to you here. What's cool is, like, even if these are like crudely drawn, like these can be redrawn later too. Like if we wanted to make a better version of the story for some of these. Okay, Google, stop. All right, let's take a look and see who got the closest. See my random number. The random number was 18. So the closest person who got it was, it looks like, wait. It's either Matt F or it's either Pencil Shavings. Mad Max. Mad Max. Oh, Mad Max got 20. Mad Max gets it. Okay, Mad Max, you're the winner. Yay! All right. So Mad Max, DM me your comic. And this will be the last one we do, I think. Then after that we're going to take a look at all the pages that everyone made. All the completed pages. Mad Max, are you going to DM me that page? Are you working on it? Okay, well, you can DM it to me. Or you can post it in chat. I'll get either way I can get it. Alright, let me take a look at how things are going in Twitch chat right now too while I'm at it. Let's see here. Somebody asked if I'm late to stream if you're right into this, but do you recommend only drawing backgrounds for landscape or opening shots? It depends on the shot. It's kind of a big question. Wish I could answer in more detail, but my concentration's a little off kilter on that at the moment because I'm focused on the jam. Oh, did you get it? Mad Max? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's a little weird page here. So I said 8.5 by 11, but that's okay. I mean, like, we can chop up panels and put them in the right order for an 8.5 by 11 sheet if we wanted to. In fact, I might alter these right now. I'm gonna do that. So let's see here. Sonic with a hernia. Let's see, how can I reformat this? I'm going to reformat this real quick before I start the timer. But everyone who's grouping up with other people, feel free to start drawing now. I mean, the timer is just to like make sure that I move on to the next thing, so you don't have to hold yourself specifically to it. So I think it should be like maybe this. Like that. I'll get rid of this panel because I'll design my own. Okay, let's see here. I'm probably going to just go straight up body horror with this one. Let's do it. I know I'm gonna do. Just like the crustiest, realistic movie Sonic. The pay. Let's get him like a human nose, I think. Give him way too many human features. Tear ducts. Beard stubble. Just kind of doing a Eager Raptor chin again scrunch, I think. I'm just gonna do like a panelless thing here. There's gonna be no panel borders on this. Actually kind of looks like Ego Raptor, doesn't he? I think I'll go with that. Looks like Aaron. Maybe I'll give him yeah, I'll give him Aaron's goatee. Aaron from Game Grumps. Yeah, I'll do that. Without even meaning to, he just started to look like Aaron. Oof. I like this. This is so fucking stupid. I'm really happy with how this idea turned out. I mean, there's a lot of freedom for what you can do for these kinds of things. So I kind of had to like think on the fly a little bit about what we were gonna do for this. But I think it all worked out. And I want to do more jams like these in the future. Maybe we can have like a jam day once a week or something like this, where we do basically this. Because this is a fun art game, and we can do different formats of it and stuff too, in addition to the comics jam style thing. Okay. Like, I don't think I have to do anything more than just keep drawing and laying into this. Like, I might add some color or some shading to it, but it's like adding more crusty details to this thing, I think, for the remainder of the 15 minutes would be good. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer? Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
It looks like you don't have any timers set at the moment.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did I forget that? Okay, Google, set timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. And we're starting now.
There we go. Also, for anyone who doesn't know who Aaron of Game Grumps is, here he is. This is what he looks like normally, all the time. Right here. There he is. He's a very handsome man. He follows me on Twitter, too. On my main account, not my art account. My main account, which is way too freaking political, I'm trying to get away from more, actually. Because politics and drama on Twitter are very depressing. I keep getting sucked back into that bullshit. Oh, Dr. Eggman, I cannot fight you today. Oh, for herniations. Oh. I think this counts as Game Grumps fan art, doesn't it? I'll send this to Aaron later in DM without any explanation. I mean, I don't really know the guy. I know people who know him. He's just, all he's done is that he followed me because I'm an animator on Discord who has mutuals with other people, and I've talked to him in DMs a few times. That's about it. But yeah, I know that some of the people that I'm pals with some of the people that have directed the music videos that they've done, like Starlight Brigade and stuff. Pals with the directors and some of the animators and stuff. They're awesome folks, real approachable. They actually do live streams themselves. Doig and Swifty, and also a bunch of other people. They're a great bunch. The Knights of the Light Table. Patrick Standard, the amazing animator from Powerhouse. Powerhouse Animation, who's done like the Castlevania shows. And they're working on a He-Man series right now, by the way. I'm curious if there's any stuff on that on Comic-Con. I might take a look at that later. Okay, Google, how much time left on timer? Okay, Google, how much time left on timer?
2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think just adding more crusty details to Sanic is fine. Maybe I can add some green eyes. Let's see here. Should also add some. Oh, yeah, there we go. He's losing his rings. Get it? Yeah. Started out as a crusty movie Sonic and then turned into something else. Still kind of is, isn't it? Let's do that, and then maybe like a little bit too flesh tony muzzle, like this. Maybe I should be using watercolor for this. Oh well. Kind of sad I didn't include a Detective Pikachu prompt now. Okay, Google, stop. I'm just gonna finish filling out Ego the Hedgehog's colors in a way that works for this. Whoa. There we go. Let's maybe get this like that. I think it's good. The pain. You go after the hedgehog. Like, not having to care about drawing quality is also one of the things about this, but you can mess with adding in bits of specifically overly detailed drawing for fun, like what I'm doing right now. So what do you rate my so in terms of Sonic the Hedgehog level gradings, what do you give my masterwork here? Like, what is it, like it's like a letter grade up to S rank and double S rank, I think. Like A through F to whatever I don't know what fucking whatever like level grading system is for completing the Sonic stage. What do you give my masterwork here? People in chat. Maybe throw this on it as a finishing touch. Anyway, we're going to be ending the class soon after maybe going over a couple other things real quick. Just be wary, I'm probably going to be throwing like Jackbox party games in the future, and I might be running games in the Discord in the future. Like, if people are interested in chilling while I play Dragon's Crown with some of the other folks from the Discord as like a regular game Twitch stream type thing in the future, that might be something we might do. I definitely want to do like Jackbox games through Twitch. Oh yeah, and so the plan right now for classes, by the way, is we have another week of classes. We're probably going to do something along these lines for the last one. I might do like a quick summary of what we covered for week 6 over the course of the semester, like all the perspective, the shot composition, and other things. We'll do like a quick review and remembrance of what we covered. And I will be kind of previewing some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about next semester. So the plan right now is that I'm going to be having a week of rest, basically, and recovery after week 6, where I kind of do some planning, at least a week, maybe more if I need more. But I'm going to be doing a lot of personal studying, and maybe I might run some workshops so I can get some practice in with all y'all, where like I run timed figure poses or things like that, or subjects I'm studying on. And I'm planning on a new set of classes that are going to be mix of figure drawing, animation, drawing, like character design and stuff like that, and storyboarding. I'll figure out what would be the best mix for that sort of thing based on like what I've kind of learned over the course of doing these free classes for this semester, this first experimental semester that we've done so far. Jesus Christ, Fucking Aaron the Hedgehog. But yeah, I'm going to be planning out for that. But next week will be our last week for this semester. And for this week's homework will be to continue making jams like these, and maybe try exercising some of the panels from the Wally Woods panels that I posted in chat earlier. Wally Wood panels that work, and building off the stuff we did in the earlier sessions of different panel types and so on. Sadly, the Perfect Blue session we did last time, I'm trying to figure out how where I'm gonna share that, because YouTube doesn't like that we used a copyrighted film, so it's forcing me to chop out segments that we were studying the film from. But I'll figure out some way to put that up. I might like put a download link to the whole thing and then put the chopped up version on YouTube, and put the download link in the chopped up versions section or whatever. But anyway, this is this again. I'm going to save this. Wally Woods Panels That Work page. And there's a sequel to that that's somewhere, and a few other sequels that other people have done of that. So you can use that or whatever. You can try using that. I mean, you can do whatever you want with these comics jam things. But try to find other people and do little comics jam exercises yourself. Come up with your own topics. Pass them between each other and like make pages like these that are just like completely ridiculous things. So I'm going to save a duplicate of this stupid thing. Jam page. So I will see about compiling these into a zine. Anyway, so post your completed zine pages in the storyboard. In the storyboard section of my class. When you complete them, try to find other, and you can maybe even use this section to find other people when you've done incomplete ones. Actually, you can do that too. Post them in here in the storyboard class section, and remember to join my class faction on Discord. You do an opt-in on the Spaceball Furies in the enter your commands section here. So I'm going to modify this so it's the right size. Let's crop maybe. So this, whoops. Select, where's crop? Whoops. Where is crop on Clip Studio? Does anyone know where crop images is on Clip Studio EX? I can never figure that out. Crop. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, I had quite a good time. I'm gonna upload my thing to my section here for you all. It's in the storyboard class section. There will be fewer of these channels next semester, by the way. I'm going to be consolidating them for class purposes and whatever. Anyway, there we go. There it is. I'll post it in classroom chat too. Yeah, thank you all for coming. Let's go over actually no, let's go over maybe questions people have, and might have had the Ghibli one. It's neat. This is a partially finished one that somebody did, my edition. I'm gonna crop this, by the way, but yeah. So it's cool. These are basically like the starting point. These could also be basically the starting point. If you want to continue these comic jams throughout this week, I would suggest maybe taking a page of this. Whoever handled it last can hand off the page to somebody else who starts a new page continuing or preceding the story in this. That could be something that you could do. We may actually do something like that next week. We'll take the page. We might take the pages that people had made throughout the week and then start making new pages from these. That might be what we do next week to kind of like cap things off. Like next week will be a review, and we might do some more art games, and that will be a nice way to end the quote-unquote semester. So yeah, let's check out some of the other work people have done. Cat gets revenge on live streamer who threw them. My cat loves being held, and I love him with all my heart. Blah 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 blah. Meow floor king. Yeah, I like this. This is good. This is good. Good stuff. I like this a lot. Let's see what else we got. That's beautiful. Oh, there's an alternate ending here. Somebody did. I mean, alternate takes are fine. Yeah, there's some alternate stuff. Yeah, that's actually a good ending too. I would include both of these if there was a zine of this too. Like both of these endings. Alternate ending pages. Maybe like on the same page. Let's see here. Where's this one going? It looks like this person needs 28 Ghibli characters as the ultimate Karen. How could I demand to see the manager? What's the fucking situation? I'd like to see where this is going. Definitely. Let's see what others people... Yeah, I see no difference. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much him. This is not Waka Waka. And T-posing Kermits. Are those T-posing Kermits back there? That's great. Yeah, those are T-posing Kermits. Yeah, that's good. You can do stupid, goofy stuff like this in these. You can draw as good or as bad as you want for these. Because the point of these is to loosen up and just have fun and fuck around. Homer Simpson eats a cosmic horror donut. No, Homer, you can't. Boss's personal donut. I really love these. These are great. But maybe... I really want to see where this is going. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing the rest of that one. Calvin and Hobbes get killed. It's all over now, Hobbes. It's time to experience cosmic winds. We don't deserve this. Oh boy. That's even darker than I thought it would, than I anticipated it was going to be. Somebody did an alternate version of the Space Skeletons comic. Goody. Yeah. Now, alternate takes are fine. If you see an opportunity to do an alternate take, that's totally fine. I mean, there's no rules. There's no set rules for these. And if we did do a zine, we'd include as many of these as we could, including the alternate versions. If we do a zine, it's probably not going to be printed. Might be. Who knows? But we'll make it and we'll like put it into a PDF, so a printable PDF that people can do with as they please. And hopefully we can credit everyone who contributed to these if we do make a zine, you know? I do like this panel. About time to end this madness. Isekai Land. R18 waifus. I like the peach butt there. Hayao Miyazaki kills all anime to save it. That's beautiful. Yeah, and there's some earlier stuff people posted. Yeah. No, that's the same stuff from earlier. Do we have any more new stuff? What is that? Cool. Yeah, I mean, just keep working on stuff. Post it in Classroom Chat if you're doing it right now, but post it in the Storyboard section too. The Storyboard class section, so I can see it later. So I just want to give a couple quick plugs for myself and for Comic-Con stuff that's going on right now before we go. I'll give just give a quick plug again to my donation page here on Ko-fi. If you like what we're doing and want to support the stream and the future classes we're going to do, you can give me a donation on my Ko-fi page. It goes directly to my PayPal. And also, if you have a spare Twitch Prime sub, those are appreciated as well. If you can spare that, you can spare a Prime sub or regular sub or bits or anything. It's totally fine. It's not required. These are free. I do these for fun. But if you dig what I'm doing, you want to toss me a little tip my way, that definitely helps out, and I'll be able to afford stuff that will help me do more stuff on these streams. And in addition to that, I wanted to again give another plug to the San Diego Comic-Con that's going on right now. I'll give a quick once over of. So the souvenir book is something that you definitely want to pick up. The PDF of the free souvenir book. These are like what will come with a swag bag if you actually did attend the con. So the Comic-Con souvenir book. They make these available every year. They're full of articles and con goings on stuff and stuff about like what the theme is this year. Like this year, they're celebrating 100 years of Ray Bradbury. Ironic that it's happening on the most apocalyptic of the Comic-Cons, where it was all virtual due to COVID. But I think Ray, who attended the Comic-Con quite a lot, and I got to meet once when he was on the show floor before he passed. Well, a few years before he passed away. I think he would have been sardonically, ironically amused, or the irony would not be lost on him about this being the year that they celebrate 100 years of him, Oh yeah, the cover is by William Stout, a really awesome, really freaking awesome artist who you should dig into and go into the rabbit hole on all the cool shit he's done over the years. I've met him at Comic-Con and WonderCon more than once, and he's really approachable. He did one of the done other souvenir book covers for the Comic-Con before. That's one of them right there. We did an EC comic style cover there. It's one of my favorites of any of the souvenir books too. But yeah, it's a big old thing here. Lots of news and so on about the Comic-Con, including the EC Comics adaptation of There Will Come Soft Rains, one of Ray Bradbury's stories and stuff. Lots of Ray Bradbury fan art. Harryhausen, who was also a frequent attendee of Comic-Con, who during his lifetime, who was close friends with Ray Bradbury. They shared a birthday, I believe, by coincidence. And yeah, so there's lots of like rich history that's being touched on these. There's a history of EC Comics in here. So anyone who's not familiar with EC Comics, I strongly recommend reading this as like an introduction to their importance. They are really worth digging into because they've made some of the greatest comics ever put to print. I always liked how like this character here on the cover of one of the EC sci-fi comics looks an awful lot like Ripley. It was like drawn back in like the 1950s. Let's see here. Yeah, there's Tales Calculated to Drive You Mad. Two-Fisted Tales, and like their war comics, which cover really dark subject matter, like realistic war stuff, not like rah patriotism, but like what makes war dark and traumatic. Really, really hugely ahead of its time. Like their war comics and their science fiction comics, like they covered like really serious topic matter, stuff that went way further than what you would see in film and cinema at the time too. Really remarkably ahead of their time. And there's the celebrating the Moomins this year. There's a big panel on the Moomins, I think, that was on Friday on the Comic-Con page. Yeah, anyway, so like this is the souvenir book. There's a bunch of other stuff, Conan the Barbarian, and there's tons of other stuff being in the souvenir book. I'll link that, the souvenir book link in both Discord and Twitch. Here. And the other thing I wanted to show, well, actually, first I'm going to show this. Another thing that you always get every year at the Comic-Con is a free copy of Animation Magazine. In order to get that, it's kind of weird. You actually have to, there's clickable links inside this PDF for everything. So if you want to get the Animation Magazine collectible issue, you can click that, and then it takes you to a Dropbox page where you can download it. And I strongly recommend picking this up because there's good stuff in here. Downloading this, I already downloaded my copy earlier, but yeah, this one is also worth digging through as well. Animation Magazine always great to go through every year from the Free Comic-Con and stuff with my animator buddies. Let's see here. Well, when I could attend. That's the thing. It's been tough to get Comic-Con tickets. So this is like bringing back memories of when I used to attend regularly. I think for the past 2 years I haven't been able to. At least like last 3 years actually I haven't been able to attend. It's just so hard to get tickets. So anyway, this is the Saturday programming right now. But you can check out the programming page. Like all these are going to be like you can if you want to check out the panels that are going on and stuff that have gone on. Like a lot of them are pre-recorded, and they just air and to YouTube when like this one for example. This one on DC Comic at Home Day 2. That's cool. It's like a orientation thing on day 2. But I mean, like there's stuff like here, like let's go through random here, like Official Simpsons at Home, Dark Horse All Stars, some stuff on Disney Plus. There was a storyboard workshop on storyboard masterclass workshop from Cartoon Network on Thursday, which is worth seeing. It's a pre-recorded video, and they actually aired the same video. Oh, Masters of Storytelling. But the one I'm interested in people checking out possibly that's going to be going live here to YouTube. Well, not live, but it's pre-recorded. But going to YouTube is the figure drawing for popular media one, right here at 5 p.m. But yeah, that one is here. I'll link the Saturday schedule in classroom chat right here, so people can check that out. Feel free to dig through these. I mean, like these have all these are available for free online, and you can go to them on YouTube and stuff and check them out. I strongly recommend the Scott Shaw Oddball Comics one. That one was a real blast. I plugged it earlier this evening, but yeah, that one was really fun. That one was in Friday schedule. Scott. I've attended that live more than once, by the way. His Oddball Comics. Let's see, it is Oddball. Well, it should be on Thursday's panel, isn't it? Oh, it's Friday. Oddball. There we go. Oddball Comics. Here we go. I'll link this one in chat. It's already up on YouTube, so it's worth seeing. But just to review on what this was Scott Shaw. It's an awesome dude, longtime comic cartoonist himself, and he's a comic historian as well. But he's got like these really bizarre, sometimes with bizarre art, sometimes with bizarre subject matter comics. He's kind of collected over the years in his comic historian library of just like really strange, like this. There's an interesting story behind this. This is very intentionally a phallic symbol, by the way. That was the fault of Joe Orlando, who was trying to push like Freudian messaging in DC covers at the time. But I mean, you get like just completely bonkers covers. Let me see if I can find one of the weirder ones that I saw. Let's see here. There seems to be a recurring theme that I've noticed of giant clowns for some of these. Let me see if I can find the one in particular. It was early on in his thing. Yeah, here, let's see here. Luckily enough, I think the thumbnails work out pretty. Oh wait, I like this one. The most astounding superhero of all. Neutro does not know the difference between right and wrong. Well, okay. It's I guess they were trying to go. Oh, this one. This is a comic that was so racist that no one at DC would. Everyone at DC refused to draw it after the third issue. Let's see here. Nature Point. Oh, this is a free Spider-Man comic about condom use. I shit you not. This hardly contributes to my jet set urge, but I have to know where this bird is headed, and the plot behind it is completely bonkers. It involves aliens or something. But yeah, it's actually about condom use, believe it or not. Yeah, there's one cover in particular I can't find here with the thumbnail thing that is just completely nuts. It has like a giant fight scene with with superheroes versus a bunch of evil clowns. I'll have to share it with people whenever I can find it, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I strongly recommend checking out Scott Shaw's Oddball Comics. I'll link that again in chat. Yeah, check out Comic-Con stuff. That's going on right now. I'll link that in Twitch and in Discord. Yeah. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming so much. That was loads of fun. I look forward to seeing the rest of the Comic Jam pages that you guys have made. And we'll be doing a lot more. Like the next wave of my storyboarding class, I want to be doing kind of an action storyboard oriented class, building on some of the things we studied, like the perspective and the shots and stuff we've studied over the last few weeks. So you can watch the replays of the episodes that have come previously in previous weeks in my storyboarding class through my YouTube page. You can find the link to my YouTube page through my profile in Discord. Anyway, so thank you all for coming. We are going to move to the congratulations screen now, and we'll be shutting down the stream. Switch. There you go, Shinji. You made it. You made it, Shinji.
Thank you all.